What if I told you that the thing most seniors fear more than death itself isn't what you think it is? In the next 15 minutes, you'll discover the single biggest challenge facing older adults today and learn 6 scientifically proven strategies that can help you maintain your independence and dignity for years to come. Plus, I'll reveal the surprising finding from a 20-year Harvard study that completely changed how doctors think about successful aging. Beverly from Phoenix thought she had everything under control at 72. Then one morning, she couldn't open her medication bottle, needed help getting dressed, and realized she hadn't spoken to another person in 3 days. That's when it hit her. The hardest part of getting older isn't dying, it's losing your independence and feeling invisible. Strategy 1. Build physical resilience before you need it. Why do some 80-year-olds run marathons while others struggle to climb stairs? The answer lies in something called sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass and strength that affects every person over 60. Research from Johns Hopkins School of Medicine shows that after age 60, we lose approximately 3% of our muscle mass every year if we don't take action. This isn't just about looking good, it's about maintaining the strength to live independently. Dr. Jeremy Walston, a geriatrician at Johns Hopkins, explains that muscle loss is the single strongest predictor of whether someone will maintain their independence in later years. The consequences of ignoring this reality are severe and immediate. When Charles from Denver started noticing he needed 2 hands to lift his coffee cup at age 68, he realized something had to change. His doctor warned him that without intervention, he'd likely need assistance with basic daily activities within 2 years. Charles started with simple wall push-ups, holding onto a sturdy chair, while doing modified squats, and walking up and down his stairs an extra time each day. Within 6 months, he was carrying his own groceries again and felt confident climbing stairs. This transformation happened because he focused on functional movements, exercises that directly translate to daily activities like getting out of chairs, reaching for items on high shelves, and maintaining balance while walking. The solution is surprisingly simple and requires no gym membership or expensive equipment. Start with bodyweight exercises that you can do in your living room. Do wall push-ups by standing arm's length from a wall and pushing against it for 10 repetitions. Practice sitting in a chair and standing up without using your hands. This single exercise strengthens your legs, core, and improves balance simultaneously. Hold onto your kitchen counter and rise up on your toes, then lower slowly to strengthen your calves and improve stability. These exercises take less than 10 minutes daily, but create profound changes in your strength and confidence. Research published in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society confirms that even modest strength training can reverse years of muscle loss in older adults. Every day you postpone building physical resilience is a day closer to losing your independence. The muscles you don't use today are the ones you won't have tomorrow when you truly need them. Don't wait until you're struggling to get out of bed. Start building your strength reserve now while you still can. Strategy 2. Create your social safety net. Did you know loneliness is deadlier than smoking 15 cigarettes a day? This isn't an exaggeration. It's a finding from Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health that shocked the medical community. Dr. Vivek Murthy, former U.S. Surgeon General, declared loneliness a public health epidemic after studies showed it increases the risk of premature death by 26%. Social isolation doesn't just make you feel sad. It literally changes your brain chemistry and immune system function. When we lack meaningful social connections, our bodies produce more stress hormones and inflammatory chemicals that accelerate aging and disease. The research is clear. Humans are wired for connection, and seniors who maintain strong social ties live longer, healthier lives. Nancy from Miami thought retirement would be peaceful and quiet, but after 6 months of barely speaking to anyone, she felt invisible and forgotten. Her energy plummeted. She lost interest in activities she once enjoyed, and she noticed her memory getting worse. Everything changed when she started volunteering at the local animal shelter twice a week. Suddenly, she had somewhere to be, people who counted on her, and a reason to get dressed and leave the house. The simple act of showing up for others gave her life meaning again and connected her with like-minded people who became genuine friends. Building your social safety net doesn't require being the life of the party or making dozens of friends. Focus on quality over quantity by finding just 1 or 2 activities where you interact with the same people regularly. Join a book club at your local library, attend religious services, volunteer at a food bank, or take a class at your community center. The key is consistency, showing up repeatedly to the same place where people expect to see you. This creates natural opportunities for relationships to develop organically without the pressure of forced socialization. Research from the University of Michigan shows that helping others through volunteering increases life satisfaction and creates a sense of purpose that protects against depression and cognitive decline. Your social connections are your lifeline to staying engaged with the world and maintaining your mental sharpness. Every week you spend isolated is a week that weakens your emotional resilience and cognitive function. Don't wait for others to reach out to you. Take the first step and create connections that will sustain you through the challenges ahead. Strategy 3. Master the art of asking for help. What's the difference between being helpless and getting help? The difference is control. When you ask for help before you desperately need it, you maintain dignity and choice in how assistance is provided. Mayo Clinic geriatric specialists emphasize that the biggest mistake seniors make is waiting until a crisis forces them to accept help on someone else's terms. Dr. Catherine McLean, a geriatrician at UCLA, explains that seniors who proactively seek assistance maintain better mental health and independence longer than those who struggle alone until they have no choice. The fear of being seen as weak or burdensome prevents many older adults from accessing support that could prevent serious problems. This mindset often leads to dangerous situations that could have been easily avoided with timely assistance. Thomas from Seattle was fiercely independent until a small leak in his roof became a major problem because he refused to ask for help. By the time he finally called his neighbor, water damage had ruined his ceiling and cost thousands in repairs. After this expensive lesson, Thomas learned to ask for small favors regularly, help reaching items on high shelves, assistance moving heavy objects, or rides to appointments when weather was bad. He discovered that people actually appreciated being asked because it made them feel useful and valued. His neighbors now check on him naturally, creating an informal support system that keeps everyone safer and more connected. Learning to ask for help is a skill that requires practice before you need it desperately. Start with small, specific requests to people in your regular circles, family, neighbors, or friends from community groups. Practice saying phrases like, "Could you help me with this when you have a moment?" Or, "Would you mind giving me a hand with this?" Notice that asking for help often strengthens relationships rather than weakening them because it gives others an opportunity to feel needed and generous. Keep a list of people who have offered help in the past, along with their phone numbers and what they've volunteered to do. This removes the barrier of not knowing who to call when you need assistance. Research published in Psychology and Aging shows that seniors who ask for help appropriately maintain higher self-esteem and life satisfaction than those who either refuse all help or become overly dependent. Your pride shouldn't cost you your safety or well-being. Every day you struggle with tasks that others could easily help with is a day you risk injury or exhaustion that could be prevented. Practice asking for help today with something small. It will make asking easier when you really need it. Strategy 4. Keep your mind sharp and adaptable. Can you really teach an old dog new tricks? The answer is absolutely yes, and your brain's ability to learn and adapt throughout life is one of your greatest assets for successful aging. National Institute on Aging Research has revolutionized our understanding of brain plasticity, showing that older adults can grow new brain cells and create new neural pathways well into their 90s. Dr. Michael Roizen from the Cleveland Clinic explains that the brain works like a muscle. The more you challenge it with new experiences, the stronger and more resilient it becomes. Cognitive decline isn't inevitable if you keep your brain actively engaged with novel learning experiences. The key is pushing yourself slightly outside your comfort zone regularly to create new neural connections that protect against age-related mental decline. Linda from Atlanta was intimidated by technology until her granddaughter convinced her to try video calling at age 75. Learning to use the computer, navigate the internet, and connect with family members across the country opened up a whole new world for her. The mental challenge of mastering new technology not only kept her mind sharp, but also reduced her isolation during times when she couldn't travel. Studies show that seniors who embrace technology and continue learning new skills maintain better cognitive function and report higher life satisfaction than those who resist change. The solution is to commit to learning one new skill every 3 months, choosing challenges that genuinely interest you rather than feeling obligated to master everything. Consider taking up a musical instrument, learning a new language through online programs, trying your hand at painting or crafts, or exploring topics that have always fascinated you through library classes or online courses. The important thing is stepping outside familiar routines and engaging parts of your brain that haven't been challenged recently. Research from the University of Texas shows that learning complex new skills that require sustained mental effort provides greater cognitive benefits than passive activities like watching television or doing simple puzzles. Choose activities that require you to think, problem solve, and remember new information rather than simply passing time. Your mental flexibility and learning ability are precious resources that you'll lose if you don't use them regularly. Every month you spend doing only familiar routine activities is a month that your brain becomes less adaptable and resilient. Challenge your mind today with something new. Tomorrow's cognitive health depends on today's mental exercise. Strategy 5. Take control of your living environment. How many seniors fall because of something they could have fixed? According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, 1 out of 4 Americans aged 65 and older falls each year. And many of these falls happen at home due to easily preventable hazards. Dr. Elizabeth Ekstrom, a geriatrician at Oregon Health and Science University, emphasizes that most home-related injuries among seniors are completely avoidable with simple environmental modifications. Falls aren't just painful, they often trigger a cascade of problems, including loss of confidence, reduced activity, and fear of future falls that leads to further physical decline. The tragic reality is that many seniors become prisoners in their own homes, afraid to move around freely because their living space has become a minefield of potential dangers. James from Ohio prevented a serious fall by taking action after a close call with a loose bathroom rug. During his monthly safety check, he noticed that several rugs had curled edges, the bathroom lacked grab bars, and burned-out light bulbs created dark areas in hallways. He secured all rugs with non-slip backing, installed grab bars next to the toilet and in the shower, and replaced every dim bulb with brighter LED lights. These simple changes cost less than $200, but potentially prevented injuries that could have cost thousands and compromised his independence. His confidence in moving around his home increased dramatically once he knew his environment was safe. Take control by conducting a monthly home safety inspection, methodically going through each room to identify and fix hazards before they cause problems. Remove or secure loose rugs, ensure all stairways have sturdy handrails, install adequate lighting in all areas you use regularly, and clear walkways of clutter. electrical cords, or furniture that could cause tripping. Place frequently used items at waist height to avoid reaching or bending excessively, and consider installing grab bars in bathrooms even if you don't think you need them yet. Keep a flashlight in every room in case of power outages, and make sure your phone is always within reach. The National Institute on Aging provides detailed checklists for home safety that can guide your monthly inspections and help you identify hazards you might overlook. Your home should be your sanctuary, not a dangerous obstacle course that threatens your safety and independence. Every hazard you ignore today increases the likelihood of an accident tomorrow that could change your life permanently. Walk through your home today with fresh eyes. Identify dangers and fix them before they fix you. Strategy 6. Maintain your sense of purpose. What happens when you stop feeling needed? Research from Stanford Center on Longevity shows that seniors who maintain a sense of purpose live up to 7 years longer than those who feel their useful days are behind them. Dr. Victor Strescher, a public health researcher at the University of Michigan, explains that having a reason to get up each morning provides powerful protection against depression, cognitive decline, and physical deterioration. Purpose doesn't have to be grandiose. It simply means feeling that your actions matter to someone or something beyond yourself. When seniors lose their sense of purpose, often after retirement or when health limitations restrict their activities, they frequently experience rapid declines in both mental and physical health that seem disproportionate to their actual limitations. Susan from Texas discovered new purpose when she started mentoring young mothers at her church after feeling useless following her retirement from teaching. Her decades of experience raising children and managing a classroom gave her wisdom that younger women desperately needed and appreciated. Sharing her knowledge and providing emotional support to struggling mothers gave Susan a reason to stay healthy, engaged, and optimistic about the future. The relationships she built through mentoring became some of the most meaningful of her life, proving that purpose often emerges from using our accumulated wisdom to help others navigate challenges we've already overcome. Finding your purpose in later life often means identifying the knowledge, skills, and experiences you've accumulated over decades and finding ways to share them with others who can benefit. Consider what you've learned through your career, parenting, hobbies, or life experiences that might help others facing similar challenges. Volunteer opportunities, informal mentoring, teaching skills to younger people, or supporting community causes can all provide meaningful ways to contribute. The key is finding something that feels genuinely important to you rather than simply keeping busy with activities that don't engage your heart or mind. Research published in Psychological Science shows that purposeful activity is more important than staying busy. The meaning you attach to your actions matters more than the actions themselves. Your accumulated wisdom and experience are valuable resources that the world needs, but only if you actively share them with others. Every day you spend feeling useless is a day that your unique gifts go unused, while others struggle with problems you could help solve. Find a way to matter to someone today. Your sense of purpose and longevity depend on it. Remember, the hardest part of getting older isn't the physical changes. It's maintaining your independence and sense of worth by building physical resilience, creating social connections, learning to ask for help, keeping your mind active, securing your environment, and maintaining purpose. You're not just surviving, you're thriving. Every single day, you have the power to make choices that will determine how you age. You don't have to become invisible or helpless, and your best years can still be ahead of you. If this video helped you see aging in a new light, give it a thumbs up to help other seniors find these strategies. Tell me in the comments which of these 6 strategies you're going to start with. I read every single comment. And if you know another senior who's struggling with independence, share this video with them, because sometimes the best gift we can give is hope and practical solutions.